Hello everyone, welcome to Maths video class 6 revision video exercise 11D. Last video we had discussed few questions of 11C and I asked you to go through the previous videos. Okay, so let's see exercise 11D. Which ratio is greater? So which ratio is greater? What you are supposed to do is you have to find out whether a given ratio is greater or smaller. What you should do is you have to cross multiply. Okay, whether you have to find out greater or you have to find out smaller, you have to cross multiply. So 8 9s are 72, 15 5s are 75. Okay, so now in this 75 is, now this is the question is which is greater. So find out which is greater. 72 and 75, 75 is greater. So 75 is on the RHS. So which ratio is on the RHS? 5 by 9. So 5 by 9 is greater than 8 by 50. So 5 by 9 is greater. Okay. So now question 2 is which ratio is smaller? So which ratio is smaller? Again same method. Cross multiplication, 7 multiplied by 32 and 15 multiplied by 15. 7 into 32, 224 and 15 into 15, 225. Now which is smaller? Question is smaller. So find out which is smaller. 224 is smaller. 224 is on the LHS, means LHS ratio is smaller. Okay. So this way 7 by 15 is smaller. This is the way you have to write the answer if this question comes. Then if next question is increase, decrease, decrease. See, increase and decrease, same formula. The given quantity multiplied by reciprocal of this two, or reciprocal of this two multiplied with the given quantity. Now here 8 by 5 multiplied by 95. 7 by 11 multiplied by 275. Whether it is increase or decrease doesn't matter. Formula remains the same. I hope you are understanding. So increase 95 ratio 5 is to 8 means 8 by 5 multiplied by 95. Reciprocal of this ratio multiplied by this given quantity. Okay. Then decrease 850 in the ratio 7 is to 6 and then increase the result in the ratio 5 is to 9. So first, I think we are doing this second time revision. So ratio is 7 is to 6 and decrease 850 and then increase the result in the ratio 5 is to 9. So first step is same, the given quantity, the decreased quantity. Okay, decrease it is, so decreased quantity is equal to reciprocal of 7 is to 16. 17 is to 6, that is 6 upon 17 multiplied by 850, or you can also write 850 multiplied by 6 upon 17. Do the calculations, division, you will get 300. And once you get 300, this is the result now. For the first step is here. Okay, we have got result here. And then increase the result in the ratio 5 is to 9. Increase the result. What is the result? 300 is the result. So increase the result, that is 300 in 5 is to 9 ratio. So the resultant quantity is reciprocal of 5 is to 9. That is 9 by 5 multiplied by 300. Do the required division and get the answer 540. Okay, same way you can solve rest question, whether it is increase or decrease doesn't matter. Question number 9 and 10, A is to B, A upon B, 650 upon 500. The way it is given in the question, 650 is decreased to 500, write in that way only, 650 upon 500, 800 upon 960. Okay, so now we'll see quick revision of proportion. Proportion is an expression which states that the two given ratios are equal. Now up to now in ratio chapter, lesson number 11, we were only thinking about ratio. What is ratio? Ratio is comparison by dividing. Okay, so we were thinking only about ratio. So here if you'll see, we have two ratios. So what is proportion? Proportion is an expression which states that two ratios are equal. So A is to 12. This is a symbol for proportion. 18 is to 27, or 8 is to 12 is equal to 18 is to 27. So proportion means when two ratios are equal, we say they are in proportion. Okay, so when these are the two ratios, and these two ratios when they are equal, we say they are in proportion. Okay. Now how you can find out whether they are in proportion or not? See, 8 is to 12, I can write 8 by 12. 18 is to 27, I can write 18 upon 27. Divided 2 by 3, 2 by 3. Means they are in proportion. They are equal. So when they are equal, we say they are in proportion. Okay. So first term, second term, third term and fourth term. Now next, the whole chapter of proportion depends on only one thing. Product of extremes is equal to product of means. Okay. So we have here two ratios, A is to B and C is to D. When they are equal, the product of extremes is equal to product of means. Means these are extreme corners, A and D. When we multiply A and D and when we multiply B and C, if the product is equal of both, we say they are in proportion. Okay. So product of extremes is equal to product of means. So here if we take this example, we don't know whether they are in proportion or not. Proportion or not means whether they are equal or not. So let's see. Product of extreme is equal to product of means. So 16 and 42. 16, these two are extremes. So 16 multiplied by 42 and 28 multiplied by 24. 672, 672. After the product we get, after multiplication we get the product, that is 672. So 672 is equal to 672, which means that they are in proportion. So when two ratios are in proportion, two ratios are equal, then we say that they are in proportion. So this is the sole product of extremes is equal to product of means is the soul of proportion chapter. Okay. And what is the soul of ratio? Division. One term gets divided by the second term. Like A is to B means A upon B and bring it to the lowest term is the soul of ratio chapter. Okay. Similarly for proportion, product of extremes is equal to product of means is the soul of proportion chapter. So most of the questions are based on this concept. Product of extremes is equal to product of means. Okay. So we have seen this in our previous videos. So now here if we'll see find x, let's see this question, find x. So x is to 4, when x is to 4 is equal to 6 is to 8, means this is equal, means these two ratios are in proportion already. So when they are equal or when they are in proportion, what we can do is product of extremes is equal to product of means. So product of extreme means x multiplied by 8, x multiplied by 8 to LHS. And product of means 4 multiplied by 6. So 4 multiplied by 6. Now this was very crucial here when I was explaining, that was totally new for you. Keep x to LHS because we have to find out value of x. So keep x to LHS. Since this is multiplied by 8, when it shifts to RHS, when it gets transposed to RHS, this multiplication becomes division. So 4 is to 6 is already in the RHS. Keep it as it is. And this multiplied by 8 becomes divided by 8. Okay. When it is plus, it becomes minus when it goes to RHS. When it is minus, it becomes plus. Okay, so same way multiplication becomes division and division will become multiplication here. Okay, if 8 has to be transferred here. So bring it to the lowest form. So bring it to the lowest form. 4 1s are 4 2s are 2 3s are. So x is equal to 3. Okay. Same way you can solve further questions. Please go through the questions and go through this exercise and chapter. If you have any doubt, please ask me. Thank you so much and take care and study hard.